What?
So I'm watching it.
No, just so I can watch it. Careful. A bigger piece?
But, yeah? I don't think this one will work.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Shotla Family Firewood again. Reminder, first I'm going to start with a reminder to head back and check out the 1,000 subscriber video if you want to be considered for the prize pack. And then we'll get into this week's video. So at the end of the last video, I showed that the repairs were made on the Pro 28C on the hydraulic tank. You'll see that again here in a second. But we're putting it to the test. I made a little bit of wood earlier this week, about 1/3 of a cord at night and in the morning before light out really, so that didn't get videoed. Closed out the night last night. I think you probably just saw that. I closed out the night last night. Started filling this trailer, and now I see the news says that we're supposed to have a chance of rain by noon today. So I'd like to get this trailer filled and get the truck out of the muddy area before that. So we're going to keep going on this and keep testing out the repair on the Wolfe Ridge splitter. So far so good. I got 0 complaints on that repair. That was phenomenal. So thanks again, Bob. I'll show you again here quick, but the weld is welded up real nice, thanks to Bob, and not leaking. The tank's not leaking, and then on top of that, we added that support brace. right, the splitter worked great. Don't see it leaking anymore. No leak. Yeah, so we've got our bin for the we've got our tote for the kiln full. We got the bucket for the boiler wood full, and I'd say this trailer is really good and full. So we'll be able to get this out of here before it rains. Just was listening to the radio and they say rain at noon or 1, so we'll get it out of here. We took our pile down quite a bit, so we'll have to, before we split again, it'll probably be another cutting session. So got walnut there and a whole bunch of maple over there, so and quite a bit of box elder in this pile, so it'll be nice to mix that with some of this other stuff. So yeah, the best thing I have when doing this is that rotating conveyor. I never have to stop, just push it over, keep going. That is hands down a major upgrade. So if you have a way of doing that, I'd suggest it. But all right, let's get this out of here. So we unloaded the trailer, we stacked it up in totes. The boys are playing in the trailer now. But we got, basically we got 3 well over the top 330s out of that trailer. We also have the 4th one that I did the other night that I added a little bit to the top of. So these are filled up way up over the top. These will be the next ones to go into the kiln. That'll probably be the next video, is getting that kiln started. But if you haven't seen, this is how I do my stacking. I said I pulled the truck and trailer up out of the wood yard because I said rain was coming, and it did rain some, but not much. But I just did the baskets at the back, and I tipped the trailer up, and it's just grab and turn, grab and turn. So I didn't figure you guys needed to see that. But we got them loaded, so. Okay, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Charlotte Family Firewood. It feels good to be back splitting. I haven't done a whole lot with, actually really I haven't done a whole lot of splitting at all. When I found the leak, I did that little bit of boiler wood finish that bin off, but that was really all I've split this year, really. So feels good to be splitting again. I got quite a few of these totes to get filled up, so we're gonna make a push to do this. So we're gonna make a push to do this and get these filled up. I would like to get that pile of logs run through here fairly quickly, so stay tuned. Like I said, we're gonna, it's Sunday night now, so probably not tonight. Spend a little time with the kids and stuff. So probably only gonna be one video this week, but we'll get this stuff loaded in the kiln, and then we'll probably do some more cutting later this week. So yeah, so if you haven't checked out the last video, my 1,000 subscribers, stop in, check that out, get a chance to win a prize pack, and come back next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.